This is Madam Speaker, and today we ask, is the ANC firm on sex scandals and those accused, and does it have the institutional template to respond convincingly and consistently when it does happen? Lisa, you wanted to respond to Magdalene just before we went to the break, but in an ideal scenario, what are the elements of the correct treatment of those who want to come forward around issues of abuse and maltreatment?
There's a policy that says this is who you report to, these are the acts that we take into account, these are the kinds of charges that you lay. This is the person who will deal with it, this is the procedure that will be followed. So that you understand very clearly what you're getting yourself into and what your options are, that you also refer to somebody who has been trained and can give you a supportive assistance that is properly informed as to what is going to happen to you. The policy also needs to set out what you're going to do with somebody who is accused. They need to know whether they shouldn't step aside more graciously, whether they have to be suspended or what happens to them. Then you set out how is the investigation going to be conducted. You set out whether you will have a panel, a tribunal, a single person, how it will be managed, what are the sanctions, and can you appeal. Then it's there for everybody to see, to know exactly what goes on. You have no accusations of this person's biased, that person's biased, I don't know what to do. And you don't weaken your own procedure. So if you find somebody guilty, you don't open the door for them to then go and appeal your decision because you didn't follow procedure properly.
Because I think what you're saying is both inside, in matters that might lie involving an ANC politician with, somebody who's making a claim outside the party, there should be a point of contact inside the party to say, on these kinds of issues, come to me, and this is the process that then is triggered. Magdalene?
Look, I agree with what Lisa is saying. What I'm saying is that let's look at the endemic issues and the systemic issues that are underlying society at large. Do we as women assume that a touch, a brush on the breast, a little stroke on the bum is something that is a flatter? Does it flatter you? Or do we understand and interpret the fact that this is actually an abuse? My view is that the patriarchal terrorism that has come through society is an ingrained culture which most women are assuming as a character of being flattered is misinterpreted and not translated into harassment. That's the first point. I agree that we need to have those structures in place. However, to which extent do we stop becoming voting cattle? To which extent do we, as 52% of the population, understand the power that we have and take back that power? This is not an issue that is located within the ANC. It's in the private sector. It's in society at large. We have the girl child who is under constant oppression. Many young girls are being abused on a daily basis because we do not understand where are the lines that are drawn in terms of flattery and in terms of what is this abuse that we are subjected to.
And then it goes back, I suppose, to institutional culture.
That is the point
is what
in
you're
mind.
talking to.
Yeah. But also for me, just to add is that, look, and we may be very naive as South Africans to think that, members of the ANC don't fall from the sky.
Yes.
What you see in the ANC is a reflection of all of us.
Precisely.
What we're saying, and more often than not, we hate to see ourselves in the mirror. What we're seeing happening at the Tudor House is actually precisely what happens in Sandton, in Horton.
Yes.
So the point I'm making this evening is that I think as a society, it can't just be that issues of sexual harassment or violence against women are treated as an afterthought. But also
Absolutely.
in the ANC, it's important for the ANC to make it clear that, look, especially to the survivor, I gravitate toward the term survivor instead of a victim, to say that we will work with you, we believe you, to create an environment, to create an environment that says that the survivor would know that I will find support, they will work with me, and that will
They won't have to think twice.
Absolutely. They don't have to doubt me. They don't have to doubt me.
Doubted.
Yeah.
Martin, final word from you.
I agree with everything Lisa said, fantastic. But what I think we should have in these processes is an outside party chairing that tribunal. An independent person who has no ties to XYZ because they work together as partners, as fellows, etc., etc. So take the responsibility away from the CEOs, directors, whoever it is, and give it to an independent person so that it will be handled more fairly.
Thank you so much to my panel and to my jury. The treatment of women by the parties trusted may be the yardstick used to measure it. It is bigger than elections and the appearance of political and behavioral hygiene. It is about who it really is and how it advances and protects those that come into contact with it. Thank you for watching.